What's good? Rod Masters quick stream coming in early because I realized I gotta change the schedule. I gotta pick my kid up a little earlier today during the time I normally would stream this. So I thought I would, instead of being like, oh, I'm not gonna stream, I was like, all right, let me just do this earlier. So I got a quick stream for you today. Got a quick tip for you today, inspired by Mack. And I wanted to share that with you. And I'm gonna demonstrate the technique to the best of my ability. And I'm also gonna add ways to practice this technique. So if you hang around for the whole video, the whole stream rather, you can check that out towards the end. But let me talk about just how it came about, I guess, just so you have the context that you need for it. So I was watching the Flow State podcast with Mack. It was episode where he was talking about freestyling for legends in the game like Ice Cube, for example. And what I love about the podcast in general is I like that he talks more about his process. In the whole episode, he talks about his meditation practice. He talks about getting into the difference between freestyling and writing for him as an artist. And so it's just really insightful to see what kind of goes on in the process for Mack than just like, of course, the freestyles are always tight and dope, but when you freestyle a lot, at least what I've discovered, and I won't speak for everybody, but what I'll say is when you freestyle a lot, you can become really interested in what's going on inside the mind of the freestyler. And that's something that I'm, pretty obsessed with. It's just like, ooh, I wonder how people are putting these things together, because essentially, that's like where the real magic is happening. It's inside the mind of the person that's improvising in the moment, right? So, anyway, he kind of gave us a little bit into it. So, gave us a little bit behind the scenes, if you will. So if you go to check out the Flow State podcast, I think it's episode 3. It's basically the one where he's talking about freestyling for Ice Cube. And someone asked a question about how he memorizes all the words. And this is a good technique. I'll just repeat it. But basically what he does to memorize all the words is he'll create like a quick mental image and like put it up above people's heads. And that's what allows him to be able to go in order, and also be able to like just hold the concept of the word much longer. And again, for those who freestyle, just holding on to something for a long time is a skill in its own right. So that's also what I respect about his approaches. He can do 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars about one word because he's able to hold that there for so long. But the technique that I'm going to talk about today is when maybe he doesn't have those, like he has the word, but maybe doesn't know how he wants to use it just yet. And what he does is actually what he describes in the podcast is he goes back to the word and kind of repeats it. So the example he gave was with the word like ooze. And so instead of doing kind of his normal technique where might set up, and then end with ooze, he'll go ooze like da 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 da, ooze like da 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 da. And he's coming back to the word, but then kind of improvising what comes next afterwards. And it made me think of the basketball move, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the pivot, right? You get 1 foot down before you dribble the ball, or after you've picked up the ball, you can still pivot on that 1 foot. So just like with your pivot foot, if you come back to the word, you can start seeing like different angles you can take with it. So that's the pivot technique. And I'm going to practice this and demonstrate it a little bit. And I'm going to demonstrate it from multiple levels. Because I think we will learn these techniques and then we'll kind of try to put them in right away at like peak performance level. And I think there's some value in kind of building up into it, right? Kind of getting your mind used to it a little bit. So that is what we're gonna try here. So let me see. I'm gonna get a list of words real quick just to make it a list of verbs. Let's go with, we'll pick a theme. Playouts are going on right now, so see if I can find a list of verbs for basketball and kind of see what I can do with that. And if I had more tech savvy, I would be able to show you the list of words, but I don't got that right now. All right. So the first way I'm gonna go about this is I'm gonna go with the word assist, and I'm gonna take my time with it. So I'm gonna give myself a lot of space, a lot of silence to kind of think of different ways I can use assist. And I'm gonna go to the next beat though. What's a quick stream without me getting my beat snob on? All right. So I'm looking at that. So assist like the pass dropping a dime. So again, I'm just going to do it very loose. I'm not really thinking about rhythm right now. I'm just focusing on the skill of how many different ways can I use assist. Assist like to lend a hand. Let's see. Assist like what's that on your skin? All right, little wordplay on that one. Let me see. I got one more. Assist like to pick up the bag. All right. Okay, so I did that. Let me go with a different word. I'm gonna go with bounce. And this time I'm gonna do it more in rhythm, but still have a lot of space with it, right? So level 1 is just kind of like, you just say the ideas out. You're not thinking about rhyme, you're not thinking about rhythm. Level 2, you might, in this case, I'm gonna use some rhythm with it, all right? And bounce is the word. So we go, bounce like the ball on the court. Let's see. Bounce like the ball off the wall. What's another bounce I'm thinking about? Let me see. Bounce. Bounce like your shoulders to the beat. Bounce like a bad check. Let me see. One more. Dang. Bounce like Spalding. I guess I stretched that last one a little bit. So in practicing this way and give myself space, what I'm noticing in my own mind is, so there's the literal associations of like literally things that bounce. But then maybe there's some other ways I can make the association. So bounce like Spalding is like, instead of saying bounce like a ball, I can say bounce like the brand of a ball, right? So that's another way of making a connection in there. Let's see, let's go with drive. All right, so now I'm going to go to level 3 on it. and I'm going to do rhythm and do rhyme, but I'm also going to have a lot of space, right? So I'm not trying to like go in full just yet. I'm going to take my time with it just to get used to this technique, right? And let's see. All right, drive is the word I'm using now. Here we go. Drive like the man to the lane. Drive like the source of the pain. All right. Yeah, that was a little that was deep for me. Let's see. Let me do another one. Let's go like drive like NASCAR. Let me see. Drive like a road trip going far. All right, let's get another. Let me see. I'm just looking up basketball verbs to use with. And I'm using verbs right now because that seems to make the most sense, but you could also try it with nouns. And I might try it here with a noun in a second. Let's see what we got. All right, let's go with shoot. And I'm gonna try to pick it up a little bit with the cadence of the rhythm, and just really try to stay to the technique. And what I will allow myself to do is, if I got the rhyme, I'll say it. But if I don't have the rhyme, it's okay. But I'm gonna pick up the rhythm and try to stay in the technique as much as possible, and just try to make it work a little bit faster. All right. Shoot like Curry from the three. Shoot like the sharp shooter. Shoot like you just made a mistake. Shoot like the hockey puck swipe. Shoot like you ain't got one chance. You only got one chance in the night. All right. I'm starting to like go into some of my other techniques, like, because I want to flow now, because I'm feeling it. All right, so that's kind of the quick demonstration of just how you can level up the technique. So again, it's the pivot technique. You are taking a word or an idea and it becomes the start of your phrase, and you're building it off, kind of improvising what's coming next, right? And you're using the simile, right? Shoot like, but you can also do it without the word like. You can just take the word like out and leave it implied. Shoot Curry from the three. Shoot, got you in my target, right? You can do it like that, and it feels more poetic and metaphoric. But your levels with it is, level 1 is just practice coming back to your word. No rhythm, no rhyme, just see what you can generate. Then level 2, generate, do it with some rhythm, but don't worry about the rhyme. Give yourself time to think of each one. Level 3 is bringing in the rhyme, but still giving yourself time and space to think of the third one. And the number 4 is doing both the rhythm and the rhyme together, where it sounds a little bit more like your normal freestyle cadence that you would take. And of course, there's many more levels to this, but I think 4 is a good place to start with this technique. And then what I think is always fun when you're practicing freestyle deliberately like this is to just go in, right? And just see how you can incorporate the technique where it makes sense. So that is what I'm about to do. And then we'll conclude it for today. And yeah, I've been looking at the words, so I don't know if anyone's in the chat, but if you are, cool. What's up? All right, let's do it like this. And let me see how much. Yeah, we'll go with this beat. Yeah. Shoot from behind the arc, from the logo. Keep it bouncing, beat, yes, it's pogo. but you can only buy. Style so fly, the style don't die, it be infinite. As I give you the style with no penmanship, that means it's off the top, so you can live with it. I can live with it, what it is, just letting you go as I flow off the lid, just feeling so good and feeling how I can. It's the SPA come correct when I manifest. Yes, I do it from the top of the chest and with the mind to connect. Yes, you know I'll just bless like the Pope, bless like the style that you know is so dope, bless like the up, down, left, right, across the chest. Yes, I manifest coming through, keeping it correct. Yes, bless like the holy water. I told you, man, I don't avoid the slaughter. I told you, man, I will avoid the slaughter. Come back, keep on swimming in the flow like an otter. But you know how it is, coming up from the top of the mind. Be so whiz when I shine, a whiz kid when I shine. Divine the lines to move the vertebrae, make you say, oh my Lord, all day. It's so good, hands in the air, wave them side to side. That is the chant that gets the party live. Back in the day, in the 90s, I don't know if it's going on in the new 2425. Anyway, I don't lie. All right, that's it. It was fun. So I came back to the pivot technique with Bless, and let's see, the one I liked was Bless with Holy Water. That was a surprise to me, which what I like about this technique is that it gives me structure to be able to explore new things within myself. I, as a freestyler, I love discovering something new in the moment. That's what really gets me excited. And so this technique, sometimes when you're trying to discover something in the moment, this technique can keep you grounded. But if you don't have something like this, it's just like, okay, you're pushing and you're like always like, okay, I've said that, don't say that. Oh, I've done that, don't do that. Because you're trying to find something new. But this technique anchors you to something, and then you can explore new, and then you come back to your anchor, which is nice. And if you find something that feels good, that's new, then you explore it, which was the whole holy water, and then something about I swim in a flow like otter. So it's like, yeah, I take it. I think it's probably the first time I've ever used the word otter in freestyle. So shouts out to all the otters out there. Anyway, that is it. Like I said, quick stream, real quick today, because I got stuff I got to do, and how to put it out there. Yeah. So anyway, you know, if this is helpful, share it with somebody, especially those who are freestyling. I wanted to give a practical tip today in the stream, just because I think that's, you know, gotta balance the philosophy with the practical sometimes. So that's what I did. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. But before I sign out, let's see. The next one's gonna be next Tuesday, and I might be doing these a little earlier because my kid does not have after school care. Boys and Girls Club has ended for the year, so I'm gonna be picking them up, so I might be doing these a little earlier going forward. But let me know what works, let me know what's sticking for you. As always, it's all about personal growth through rap skills. That's what this channel is. That's what I'm here to provide, and I appreciate your time and attention. As always, I will see you in the next one. Genius over it out. Deuces, y'all.